So we're talking about people who you come across who you wouldn't think would be able to tell you anything, you know, like any form of wisdom.
Yeah.
And they were saying how sometimes tramps and crazy people, you don't really truly understand just what knowledge and wisdom they can give you. And then you got, what was you saying about this fella?
He was called Gulliver, and they called him Gulliver because he travelled. Gulliver's travelled. He travelled all over Manchester.
And where was he from?
He was from Beswick.
Beswick, yeah.
He lived with his mum.
Yeah.
He'd been to Manchester University. He had the highest degrees he could have. He was on the verge of falling over the edge. He was that brilliant. And when his mum died, he fell over the edge. And he used to lie on the stone wall near the Princess Picture House on Grammar Lane. And anybody passing would give him a sandwich, a biscuit, a drink of water. There was a laundrette there, and he used to go in and get a drink of water from there. Well, Carolyn lived in the flat. She was a Salvation Army officer, a captain. And we used to go down to him, and we used to give him anything to eat. But he always took the meat off the sandwiches. He would never eat meat. He always took the meat off the sandwiches. We took him men's pullovers. We took him men's trousers. And he used to lie in the bushes down at there was a pub at the bottom of Phillips Park Road where it joined Umar Lane. And my mum and dad's friends used to have it. And he used to have a kind of shelter there outside the pub. And Margaret every night took him his supper out to him. And while he was sat in the dark and in the cold, he used to get the hem of the trousers, and he could unpick that line up, right up his trousers. And Caroline used to say to him, "Here, go and put those jeans on and give me those trousers, and I'll re-sew them trousers up." That's what he used to do. Just sit and unpick the hem of the trousers. And he used to go into Cornerstone at Georgia Lee Street. It was a place where any down and out could go in. My brother was alcoholic and he used to go in. And that's how I come to go in sometimes to look for Peter. And Gulliver would be there. And there was a sister called Sister Pauline. She used to play the guitar. And very often she'd walk it from Cornerstone to St Anne's Church up here at Ashton Hall Road, and she could give you all the information of all the chaps who was missing, like being Salvation Army here at Fairfield Road. We'd say, "Have you seen Gulliver this week? Have you seen Peter? Have you seen David? Have you seen Joe?" We got to know all the regular ones who did up and down the Ashton Hall Road.
What area was this?
Ancoats.
Well, roughly what decade were you talking about?
About
60s, it's a
in the 60s.
In the 60s, wow.
And 70s.
Yeah.
And I went in one day and I said to Sister Pauline, I said, "We haven't seen Gulliver for a long while at the army, and we haven't seen Joe." And she says, "No, Gulliver is in a home. He's got pneumonia." And I think it was the Alexian brothers, because he used to go over there as well, you see.
I know where that is, I've been there.
The Alexian brothers.
Yeah.
Peter used to go over there, and Peter, and
Yeah.
he used to do the gardening for him, because he was a gardener. And they'd do a day's gardening for him, and they'd give you a meal, you have a shower and a change of clothes. And we always kept him with Sister Pauline, because she was from Peter and Gulliver, and a lot of the fellas all helped him to move from Georgia Lee Street, St Michael's, when it all fell in, to, it's at Moss Side now. It's called Cornerstone at Moss Side, and the sisters still run that at Moss Side. Can get a meal in there for 50p.
Fantastic.
Go there and get a meal for 50p.
Sometimes I've seen Gulliver even look for in the waste bins, you know,
Oh, he did.
the waste bins on
For
the side
food
of
and that.
The
Yeah,
bus
for food.
stops.
Yeah.
and
Bus stops and what
Yeah.
have you. Yeah, because I know our kids said, if you were to buy him a pie or something like that and give it to him, he wouldn't eat it.
No.
For some unknown reason, he'd rather you sling it on the floor and he'd pick it up off the floor.
Very strange. isn't
Why?
it?
I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, you'd only think that, you know, having clean food and what have you.
Yeah, yeah.
Rather than, you know, because I mean, when I say this, I could be wrong, but who knows what's happened to it? You know what I mean? I mean, you've got dogs, cats, and all the birds going round.
He
I
had,
mean,
he had a
you know.
brilliant mind.
He had a brilliant
He was
mind.
absolutely brilliant.
But
He
to
had a
look at
brilliant
him,
mind.
if you didn't know him,
He had
you
a
were
foot-
just.
He had big whiskers all over his face, and he had a bit of a patch here where he was going up, and he was as thin as a lad.
Yeah,
He was as thin as a lad.
bloody hell. That's Gully. Thanks for that, Carol, and good story.
You would watch